We're talking about Chromebook keyboard and text features today, and this is lesson 2, where we will cover a skill that you will use in many instances as you work with your Chromebooks. We are going to cover how to click and drag. We're also going to talk about how you will use that skill to highlight text in the things that you're writing and to change some of those text features. So let's get started. The click and drag skill is one that you will want to practice until you can do it without really thinking about it. In this picture, you see that on a Chromebook touchpad, which is this big square where you use your fingers to move your cursor around, this skill is going to require both hands, 2 fingers. So the process for click and drag is that you use your left finger and you click and hold, and then you move this finger, your right finger, across the touchpad as the object that you are trying to move moves across your screen. So you are going to click and hold with this finger, and this finger you are going to drag across the touchpad while the object that you are trying to move moves across your screen. So I've included in the lesson for your teacher a little video that will help you if you need to practice that. It's just a little demonstration of what we've looked at here. I want to show you in this example, after I erase my marks, I want to show you how click and drag might be useful for you. So I have this picture I'm trying to put together, and obviously this pirate needs a hat. So I'm going to move my cursor with my finger over my hat. I'm going to click and holding with my other finger, I'm going to drag the hat over to the pirate's head. Okay, and when you click off of that, you have a nice new picture. So let's look at that one more time. If you have 2 items on your page, you are going to take your cursor over the item you want to move, click, hold, and drag it across with your other finger. And when you release, it's sort of like putting something down on your desk. If you pick up your pencil, you grab it, you move it, and you put it down in the place where you want it to be. And it's the same process here with clicking and dragging. Now, another place that you're going to use this skill, if you are working on a paper, you're typing a paper or writing a paragraph or sentences for your teacher, there are times when you need to make changes in the text. So one of the things I'm going to show you today is how to change your text to be bold or to be a different color, but you're first going to have to practice this click and drag skill that you've just learned. I find it easier to start at the end of a piece of text. You can also do it from the beginning. I put my cursor right after the word pawpaw because that's the title of this paragraph, and you can see that my cursor is blinking. So you're going to tap your touchpad so that your cursor is where you want it to be. And then you are going to practice your click and drag. You are going to click and hold and then drag your finger so that this blue box spreads across the text that you want to highlight. And then you can let go of the click and the text remains highlighted. Now, while the text is highlighted, you can make changes to this piece of text. So one of the things that you can change is the color of the text. If you look at the top of your Google Doc, you'll see the letter A, and this does several things. So we're going to use this little drop-down menu. While this menu is dropped, if you click on the text tab, you can change this piece of text that you have highlighted to a different color. I'm going to choose purple for Granberry Pirate Purple. So if I click the purple, you can see that the text has changed. It's still highlighted, so it's still in editing mode, but you can see that I have changed the color of this piece of text. If I wanted to do the very same thing with something else in this document, again, I'm going to click and drag. We'll do it from the beginning of the line this time. So my cursor is here before the word memory. I'm going to click and hold and use my other finger to drag that blue box across this text. When I let go, it's going to remain highlighted. Then I can come up to my text features menu, and I'm going to drop down the text tab, And let's see, this time let's make this a nice, let's just make it bright yellow. And you can see when I tap off that the blue bar goes away, but the text is changed. There are some other things that you can do with this highlighting feature. Again, let's click and drag. We'll click and drag the blue bar, and when we let go, notice some of these other choices up here. This B stands for bold, and with this piece of text highlighted, if I click the B, it will bold the text that's highlighted in my blue box. The I in this menu stands for italics. So if I want this piece of text to be written in italics, I will click the I, and you will watch the word mental change. So the word mental becomes italicized, and you'll learn more about italics and what italicized text means as you learn about writing. Another option that you have, we need some text highlighted here. We'll highlight the word experiences, and remember, I'm clicking and dragging. I can underline this U with the underline, gives me the underlined text, and there are many other features up here that you might just practice with and use when you need them. One of the things that I'll show you here as we're working with this piece of text, and remember, we click and drag to highlight it, and you see these little boxes with lines. These are your justification tools. So I want the title of this paper that I'm writing to be centered, and right now it isn't. It's justified to the left side of the page. I'm going to click this little box right here that says center align, and I want you to watch my title. It moves to the exact center of the page, so it's a nice place to put your title. One of the things also to be aware of, you can use these features as you type. So if you'll look down my page, and I'm going to begin typing, and let's say that the beginning of this sentence is something that I want to be in bold, and I already know I do. So with my cursor here, I would select the B, and you can also use Control B for bold, and I would type. And you can tell that with the B selected up here, my text is appearing in boldface without my having to highlight it and change it. And that's true with all these other features here as well. If I click the italics button, the next thing that I type will be in italics and with the underline as well. So you can use those tools as you write, or you can use your new skill to click and drag and change the text features after you've written them.